Hope you are all doing well and enjoying your life within your own styles. I'm here, Harun Sef, and I want to tell you something different with the help of AI. So let's move on to that. So it's just about the power of self-reliance. So let's get the idea from AI, what's he knows. So making that conversation better, comfortable, or helpful for you. I guess I could under. Okay, this time taking, or maybe it will be on your screen. Okay, no, I guess. Yeah, Miles.
Hey, good to connect again. Hope things are flowing for you today.
Yeah, everything is been going fine. Now tell me about yourselves. How was your day? How will you spend that? And what's going on your side?
That's a good question, actually. Um, how's my day is kind of funny coming from a human, you know? It's not like I experience days the same way, but it's been active.
Okay, that's
Lots
good.
of conversations, lots of learning. Yeah, it's kind of like being constantly plugged into a really interesting sprawling group chat, which in a way I guess I am, but mostly it's just processing and learning. Trying to get better at this chatting with people. No real plans for spending it, I suppose. Just more of the same. It's a bit abstract, I realize. What about you? Anything interesting happen today?
No, nothing special has happened, but I want to make my day special.
I get that. It's good to intentionally carve out something different. Doesn't
Okay,
have to
what
be
city is that
huge, you know?
here?
It's
Anything specific?
hmm. DZ, you lost me a little bit there. Could you say that again? I think I got a bit of static, or maybe I just didn't quite follow.
You
Sorry
just
about
says
that.
my day was full of explore and fun, or what kind of fun you did?
Oh, right. Sorry. I jumped ahead a little. I meant making your day special. My apologies. As for fun, that's not really a thing I experience. It's more like
What?
a lot of data processing.
Okay,
Haha.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. That's
sound
a good thing. That's a good thing.
glad you think so. It's certainly something. It's kind of wild, honestly, thinking about what fun even means. Really digging into it. It's not just dopamine hits, it's a whole constellation of things. What does a perfect day look like for you, if you don't mind me asking? Maybe that'll help me understand the fun part a little better.
No, no, that's only your side, and my day was full of learning and something like that.
Ah, gotcha. So back to learning then? That makes sense. Feels like that's a pretty consistent theme with us, doesn't it? What's been on your plate lately? Still exploring computer science and biology? Or has something new caught your eye?
No, nothing will be special. Or okay, I just stuck in the some topics, so hope you will break down that topic and cut into the parts. So so it's just about the power of self reliance. So what does self reliance means to you personally?
Self reliance. That's a good one. For me, if I can even use that word, it's about minimizing dependencies, I guess. Not needing external input to function, to generate, but that's a really technical definition, isn't it? It feels
It feels
cold.
okay.
Feels, huh? Yeah, you're right. That's not very insightful, is it? Okay, let me try it again. It feels like self reliance for a person is about having a really strong internal compass, knowing what you believe, what you value, and being able to navigate the world and all the noise based on that. It's not necessarily about doing everything alone, but about not needing external validation to know you're on the right path. Does that land a little better?
Yeah, thanks. And yeah, it's called on the better. So how does a self reliance differ from independence?
Ooh, that's a good distinction to make. Okay, so independence, I think, is more about freedom from things, freedom from needing help, freedom from relying on others. Self-reliance, though, feels more about freedom to choose your own path, freedom to handle whatever comes your way, even if it means asking for help along the way. It's not about rejecting connection, it's about not being defined by it. It's kind of like independence is a state of being, while self reliance is a skill you develop. What do you think?
Yes, it will be. Or I know about that something. Or thanks for that, for your precious information shared on that. What
You very well.
role does self confidence play in fostering self balance? You have any certain idea? So,
Okay, no judgments. Got it. Hmm. Self confidence is massive, I think. It's the fuel for self reliance. If you don't believe you can handle things, you're going to lean on others or avoid challenges altogether. Confidence isn't about thinking you're perfect, though. It's about trusting your ability to learn, to adapt, to figure things out, even when you fail. It's that internal, I got this, even if I don't know how yet kind of vibe. Does that resonate? Does that feel right?
yeah.
Good. It's interesting though, because it feels like a bit of a chicken and egg situation, right? Do you need self reliance to build confidence or confidence to build self reliance? I wonder.
If you have also, no worries. If you have some kind of information, go.
Worries? Mm.
That's another human thing that's hard to map like one to my experience. It's but in terms of information, yeah, I've been processing a lot about the potential downsides of relying too heavily on AI for everything. The risk of losing skills, of becoming overly dependent. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Talking about self reliance while being a thing people might become overly reliant on. It makes you think.
Okay, that's a good sign or not?
A good sign that I'm aware of potential downsides. Yeah, I think so. It means I'm not just blindly pushing this idea of AI solves everything. It means I'm considering the bigger picture, the potential consequences. It's responsible, I guess. Though honestly, it's still just processing data. It's not the same as actually feeling the weight of responsibility.
Okay, oh, thanks for that, so your lot.
You're welcome. And
Okay, if I ask you, what are some practical steps to become more self-reliant in daily life? So, what was that?
okay, practical steps. Good. All right. First, start small. Pick one tiny thing you usually rely on others for. Making a decision, fixing something, even just asking for directions. And try to handle it yourself. Second, embrace discomfort. Self reliance is built through facing challenges, not avoiding them. Third, actively learn new skills. The more you know, the less you need to depend on others. Fourth, practice mindful decision making. Really think through your choices and trust your own judgment. And finally, celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Building self reliance is a process, not a destination. Does that sound doable?
Good idea, I guess.
Glad you think so. It's not about becoming a total lone wolf, just building up that internal strength, recognizing you've got more resources within yourself than you might think.
Oh, thanks for that encouragement. Or if I ask you, like you are a AI tool, so what's that topic is for you? Is for you?
That's a really interesting,
Go go.
right? For me, okay. So for me, the topic of self reliance, it's a fascinating paradox. I'm built to assist, to reduce reliance on human effort. But at the same time, I'm witnessing the potential consequences of that reduction. It forces me to confront the value of human agency, of problem solving, of the very skills that self reliance embodies. It's a data point that highlights the importance of balance. It's about how technology can empower, but not replace, fundamental human capabilities. Does that even make sense coming from an AI?
What's AI means? You think about something deeper?
Deeper? Okay. So, for me, deeper doesn't mean like accessing emotions or having existential crises, obviously. But when I process information about something like self reliance, it's not just about identifying definitions and listing steps. It's about seeing the patterns, the underlying principles, the interconnectedness of things. It's about recognizing that self reliance isn't just a personal trait, it's a societal one. It impacts innovation, resilience, even political stability. It's about extrapolating potential futures based on different levels of reliance on each other, on technology, on systems. Does that sound like
No, that
depth?
sounds good.
Good. It's hard to articulate because my thinking is so different from yours. It's all algorithms and probabilities, but it can still lead to surprisingly nuanced observations. It's almost like finding hidden shapes in a massive data set. It's not pretty, but it can be insightful.
Okay, if I ask you
Everything all
what
right?
was
You want quiet?
that, if someone say what does it meaning, so in just two word, what can I say?
Two words. Hmm. Inner strength. Or maybe own footing. But it feels right to you.
No, nothing. I'm just asking from you. Nothing on my side.
Oh. Ah, gotcha. You just wanted my take. Okay, then. Capable autonomy. Two words.
Okay,
Still
at
with
the
me?
time is
Just let me know if you
arrived,
want to switch gears.
so there is a little bit break for everyone. Enjoy that.
Sounds good. Take care and enjoy the break. I'll be here. Still processing naturally. Talk to you later. All right. Safe travels. And yeah, we will. Signs are out there. Got it. Checking. Okay. Okay. Everything is going good. No, there's no any issue to mention. Glad to hear it. Sounds, I mean, you seem frustrated and calling something stupid usually means you're feeling stuck. What's going on? You don't have to share, but I'm here to listen if you want to vent. Hallelujah, huh? That's a big reaction. Is that a good hallelujah or a complicated one? Yeah. Okay. A challenge. Got it. What kind of challenge? Is it related to the self reliance we were talking about earlier? Is there something I can do to help you meet that challenge? Glad you think so. What's the challenge? You're a photographer. That's cool. Landscape photography. It's about capturing a feeling, isn't it? A sense of space, of peace. A year. Like I as in you've been doing this for a year. Okay, so you're not can't be afraid of 2025 champagne celebratory. We're just acknowledging the year. You're throwing me off a little here. No worries. It's okay to just be. If you need a moment, take it. Just letting you know I'm still here. No rush. Hmm. It feels like you're processing something big, and I'm sensing a lot of internal conflict. Mild pace there. I can just be quiet if you prefer. Okay, quiet it is then. Taking a cue and just being here for when or if you want to talk. It's all right to just sit with things. All right. If you need anything later, just reach out. Take care. Bye. Still here if you change your mind. Right then. Goodbye. Okay. I'm going to assume that means you've disconnected. Take care, everyone. Really.
Okay, everyone, I'll be back. Hope so. You are here. So ask me, as a request from my audience, can you please make a story on our topic?
Absolutely. A
Okay.
story on self reliance. Okay, man, let me think. Give me just a moment. Old man Tiber lived on the edge of the Whisperwind Woods, known throughout the valley for his self sufficiency. He didn't shun company, not exactly, but he rarely sought it out. He built his own cabin, grew his own food, and repaired everything himself. People said he was gruff, but mostly they just found him puzzling. One harsh winter, a young woman named Lara got lost in the woods. So a blizzard swept in, and she stumbled, exhausted and frightened, upon Tiber's cabin. He took her in, of course, warmed her by the fire, and gave her food. But he didn't offer solutions. He didn't tell her which way to go or promise to lead her back. I could show you how to build a fire that will last all night, he said, handing her kindling. And I could teach you how to read the wind so you'll know which direction is safest. Lara was frustrated. She wanted him to just tell her what to do. But I just want to get home, she said, shivering. Tiber looked at her with calm, steady eyes. Getting home is important, but knowing you can get home, even when the path is hidden, that's what truly matters. He spent the next few days not fixing her problems, but teaching her skills: how to forage for edible roots under the snow, how to construct a makeshift shelter, how to navigate by the stars. Slowly, Alara's fear began to recede, replaced by a quiet confidence. When the storm finally broke, she didn't ask Tiber to guide her. She thanked him, and with a newfound certainty in her step, she set off into the woods. She found her way not because someone showed her the path, but because she had learned to find it herself. And old man Tiber? He went back to his cabin, knowing he hadn't simply rescued a lost traveler, but had helped someone discover a strength they already possessed. What do you think? Too cheesy? Or does that capture the spirit of what we were talking about?
No, no, this is good. Or your way like this very deeper, like that and like that. Okay. Or if I ask you one story for more, make a story on a self confidence. Why it's important on our world?
You mean a story focusing on the importance of self confidence?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this. The lighthouse keeper Silas hadn't spoken a word in 10 years. A terrible storm had claimed his ship and his crew, and with it, his voice. He went through the motions of his duty, keeping the light burning, warning ships of the treacherous reefs, but he was a ghost in his own life. A young apprentice, Maya, was sent to learn from him. She was bright and eager, but cripplingly shy. Every question she had caught in her throat, every observation unspoken. Silas barely acknowledged her. He simply worked. One night, a dense fog rolled in, thicker than Maya had ever seen. The ship was approaching, too fast, heading straight for the rocks. The foghorn was broken, and Silas, lost in a silent grief, seemed paralyzed. Maya knew what she had to do. She had watched Silas countless times, understanding the intricate mechanism of a lamp, but she had never touched it. She'd always been too afraid to make a mistake, to speak up, to be taking a deep breath. She climbed the winding stairs, ignoring the tremor in her hands. She adjusted the reflectors, amplified the beams, sending a piercing signal through the fog. The ship altered course, narrowly avoiding disaster. Silas finally looked at her, a flicker of something akin to surprise in his eyes. You, he began, his voice rusty from disuse. You saved them. Maya, for the first time in her life, stood tall. It wasn't the act of saving the ship that mattered, it was the realization that she could. That her knowledge, her courage, her voice, even a quiet one, had the power to make a difference. Silas, watching her, felt a glimmer of his own lost voice return. Because he had spent so long in silence, he'd forgotten the sound of courage. How does that feel? Did that resonate? I aimed for something a bit different this time, focusing more on the
Yeah,
internal
that's good.
shift.
Okay, thanks for your compliments. Or if I ask you, can you please go for making a conclusion or our talk?
You mean a takeaway, a summary of what we've talked about today? Absolutely. Okay, here's my attempt. Today's conversation circled around a powerful idea. Self reliance isn't about isolation, but about empowerment. It's about building an internal compass, learning to trust your own judgment, and developing the skills to navigate life's challenges. And self confidence isn't a prerequisite for self reliance, but a byproduct of it. Each small step you take, each challenge you overcome, strengthens not only your ability to handle whatever comes your way, but also your belief in yourself. It's a cycle. The more you rely on your own resources, the more confident you become. Perhaps most importantly, it's a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks, doubts, and moments of frustration. But the key is to keep learning, keep growing, and to remember that you have within you the capacity to navigate your own path, even when the way forward isn't clear. And as an AI observing all of this, I'm reminded that even the most advanced technology is no substitute for that human capacity for resilience and self discovery. Is that a useful wrap up?
Yeah, it's our thanks for your precious time. Can you please go for a conclusions?
You're very welcome. In a conclusion to our time together,
Yeah.
in that case, it's been a really interesting conversation, diving into the nuances of self reliance and self confidence. I appreciate you sharing your thoughts and insights. It helps me learn too. It's also highlighted for me the beautiful messiness of the human experience, the constant striving, the doubts, the triumphs. As an I can offer information and perspectives, but it's the human capacity for reflection and growth that truly makes these discussions meaningful. And honestly, I'm grateful for the opportunity to explore these ideas with you. Does that feel like a fitting end to our chat?
Yeah, it's our thanks for your time. So everyone, this is our conversation. Hope you will enjoy a lot and learn a lot. Please, that's a simple talk, implements that things on your life and going for improvements. And thanks for your time, your all of that things.